Hi everyone, welcome to Public Speaking. Today is November 2nd and we are together. This is a fast-paced, fast-track public speaking class that you signed up for. I am Joyce Fernandez. I am the lucky person that will be your guide throughout this next 7, 8 weeks, whatever it is until the end. I just fresh off the presses, copied off the roster to see who's in the class. So I'm going to read your name, and if you don't hear your name, well, you shouldn't be getting this email if you don't hear the name, but hopefully you say, yep, there I am. We have Gwen and Mike and Nathan, Samantha, Janet, Kayla, Ebony, Maxwell. Sounds like a wonderful group already. Julia, Aaron, Jordan, Tori, Erin, Brenna, Alexandra, Abby, Mary, Sierra, Nicholas, Kendra, and Matt. So, yay, you have all this in common. I'm sure this time came very, very quickly. To me, September and October went by very fast. I'm very busy, you're very busy, we're working online. We're in a deadly pandemic, no joke. You wake up a little sick every morning, just think we're still here. The election is coming up in 2 days. Yes, today is Sunday when I'm doing this. You're going to be watching this on November 2nd, but you know what I'm saying. We're right here. We're at a pivotal part in our country. Hopefully we get them. We follow the science. Please follow the science. I've been wearing a mask since January, actually, because in January I was in Las Vegas and I knew then that this coronavirus was coming our way. So many people had masks on. I was at the Consumer Electronics Show, and many of the people are from the continent of Asia, and they were all wearing them as they usually do, but it was even with more commitment. So I knew. So when we did our lockdown in March, my students were well aware this was going to happen, and we transitioned it to online. You are online right now. There is no choice at Bristol Community College, but you did still choose to take the fast track, so it's going to be fast. Hopefully you are adept right now at online education because you had some time to do it, right? We're going to be using VoiceThread, the journals, discussion board, and then a final exam that will be all online. And then my videos and your videos will be all online. So when you first open up our space, I'm in my office right now, and I just trying to make it dark. I don't think you can see what you're going to see. I don't think it's going to translate. So when you open it up, you'll see that in the left-hand column, there is, it says course content, and it says text, handouts, class videos, and presentations. The class videos, those are not the complete list. There'll be others, but the text is true, and the presentations and the handouts. So look through those. That's your course materials, right? And then when you open up week 1, and we do the folder method, so underneath there, every week there'll be another folder. And when you open up the folder, it says week 1, November 2nd to November 8th. It says 6 days because technically we're not supposed to be working on election day, which is the 3rd, but this is online. You do it every day. Open it up, and you'll say, whoa, a whole list of things. You're like, well, I have to do all that. You have to pay attention to all that. That's what you have to do. The first thing is the course syllabus, which I'm sure you can read through. Probably looks very familiar to you. Make sure you watch the dates. There's a little section there on Bristol Online, so you can just like keep educating yourself about online education so that you don't run into glitches. This last semester, I was having problems with my internet. Things weren't posting right. Finally, I called Comcast, and my modem was too old. They said, this is the oldest piece of equipment. So now that that's been upgraded, I'm in better shape now. So I still love coming to my office when I can, and I can't do it more than maybe once a week, but I will try because I like the atmosphere in my office, and it feels like I'm doing my work. When I'm home, there's a kitchen, and I've been eating a lot during this pandemic, and I do volunteer work as well, so I'm off and I think we're all living with broken hearts, but I'm optimistic and I'm so sad all at the same time. My family's had a lot of deaths in the last like 7 months, and it's I become very spiritual. But anyway, back to this. So when you're looking at the syllabus and then the course calendar and follow that, and you will see every week what's due and the due dates for the speeches, for the critiques, for the journals. Oh yeah, we have those journals too. And for when the final exam's all there. So if you say, what are we doing? It's on the calendar. And then first thing you'll say, focus points for chapter 1. There are about a dozen chapters that we'll be reading in that textbook. The first 3 I put up here, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Chapter 1 is the introduction to public speaking, focused on the communication model. Chapter 2 is on the origins of public speaking. I don't really ask you a lot of questions about that one on the test, but I might, so make sure you review it. And then chapter 3 is on ethics, which is very important to realize that we should all practice our good judgment, our morality, and our ethics in this class, obviously, right? And you will see that much of what you're reading in those 3 chapters you've had before in other classes. You've had ethics and psychology. You've had introduction to public speaking, the communication model in your English classes. So transfer all your good knowledge from other classes into this one, and you'll feel like it's not so odd to be taking a public speaking class because it mirrors the English classes, it mirrors the behavioral and social science classes. So it's really something that's been with you your entire life. You've been a public speaker, and now we're finding a safe place just to practice our skills and practice with a group. And it's very energizing to me to watch all the videos come in and see the variety of personalities and ways we could all do the assignments. We do them on our own terms. All right. So then you'll notice that there's 3 chapters there that I just copied over from the list of chapters that you got in the very beginning. And then those focus points are the vocabulary words that I want you to pay attention to. And then when the final exam finally comes, there'll be 50 questions on the final exam that come from those vocabulary words. Multiple answer, multiple choice. And you'll have well over a week to do the entire exam. So I suggest reading through the chapters now. There are 10 pages. They're not that long. Look at the vocabulary terms I want you to pay attention to. Of course, everything's important, but pay attention to those. Get a sense of them in your head and then move on. You don't have to sit and memorize. Hopefully, they will feel familiar to you, so you've already have a prior experience with them. It's not going to be new information. Maybe a new way of posing it, but not new information. So 3 chapters, right? Week 1, 3 chapters. It's a fast track. Then we're going to go right into, once you finish those 3 chapters, the best you can, the discussion boards. The discussion boards, usually 2 every semester, every week, sometimes 3. That's your attendance for the week. So it's very important that you participate. There are videos, usually they're TED Talks, no more than 20 minutes usually. One is a little longer, but most of them are. They're around 20 minutes. You watch them, you look at my prompts, you answer the best you can. I'm not expecting these to be long answers, but you might find some that some of you do. But what I'd like you to do is answer your prompts, and sometimes you'll see where I ask you to go back and respond to one of your classmates. I don't always do that. So if I don't say to do it, you don't have to do it. But you should want to see or read what your classmates are doing. This is our discussion, like being in class. Having said that, I know sometimes I'm in class discussions face to face and not everyone participates and not everyone pays attention. So do your best with the discussion boards, but do them because that's your attendance for the semester and that's an important grade for you. So discussion boards and attendance go together. All right. Then over here, I have my self-introduction that I did in the September, so I'm all excited and everything, and now I'm just tired. No, that's not true. But a self-introduction, because that's what I'm going to be asking you to do, to post your self-introduction, right? And it's video. It could be 30 seconds. I think I say 1 to 5 minutes, but if it's 30 seconds, it's 30 seconds. And state your name, and 3 facts about yourself that you don't mind sharing with newfound friends, right? You don't have to get private. Maybe you want to talk about your major, where you work. If you want to discuss how this pandemic has hit you and your family, please do. The more times we become human in any of our classes, the more connected, the more supported we all feel. So it's up to you. I do a sample. Mine is probably 5 minutes, way too long. But you could do a 5-minute one too. Some people go right into the history of how they got to BCC, but others are very quick. Some people say, "Hi, I'm Joyce. I like pizza, ice cream, and I love yoga." Boom, done. I'm done. 3 facts about myself that you didn't know by just looking at me. So it doesn't have to be long. But as we do our speeches week to week to week to week, we're going to be learning about each other, right? Of course, these speeches, the self-introduction is just a snapshot. It's not the total you. We'll never know all of you unless we're fortunate enough to spend time with you and be your friend. But it is an indication of how, like I say, variety of people in these classes, in all the classes throughout America. Anyone who's taking courses during a pandemic, I give you all the credit in the world. I don't know if I'd emotionally feel strong enough to do this, but you do, so I'm here for you. So that's the first week. When it says post your introduction in here to VoiceThread, you can do it 2 ways. You click on the link, then you click on the word launch, and then you're going to get to a space that says create. What does it say? What's it say here? Where is it? Create your own. Should be creating your own. Yeah. You're going to be creating your own, all right. Do I have the wrong? I think I have the wrong. Do you know I think I have the wrong course? I think I put you in the wrong course. This happens. This happens to you. This happens to me. It's amazing how like twisted we can get. But what's going to happen, there's going to be a spot for you to create your own VoiceThread. And you can do it right on the computer itself, or you can do it, upload it. You can do it somewhere else and then upload it up there. So you don't have to do it. If you don't have a camera on your computer, you're not in trouble. Yes, it says post here, click launch. Oh, this is crazy. Crazy, I tell you. All right, well, up here where it says create, you'll push that and you will create. And you will either add your media or do it fresh. I've looked at it again, and it looks like I'm going to have to correct this with the Site Lab tomorrow because it looks like your class and another class have switched. Oh, it's always something. But you can still do it, and you just title it your introduction. This will work out. This is just a minor thing. So welcome to Introduction to Public Speaking, or COM 101. It will be over soon. It's only, let's see, what's our calendar saying? It's not that long. It's over in December, so you have 2 months. That's it. Every week there's going to be a presentation to do. You do these presentations from your own background, from your own interest level, from your own life. You don't have to please me. As long as they're legal and in good taste, we will enjoy watching them. And then we'll talk about, standing up straight and watching out that you use your hands in natural gestures, but not overuse them. The important thing is to come as you are, and then I will critique you, but I critique in the most appreciative way ever. If you do intro, body, conclusion for your presentations, I will be so happy. So my expectations are to see where you're at, give you a safe experience, hopefully that you get more comfortable being uncomfortable, but that you can do this. Because the entire reason you take a freshman level public speaking class is to prepare you for the eventuality in the future that you're going to be using your oral communication skills. When we think of the communication skills, we think of reading and writing, and that's true. You have to learn to read and write. You do it at the same time, right? When you're learning your alphabet and how to write your name, and then how to read in your children's books when you're in preschool and then in kindergarten and first grade. You keep getting better and better at this, but reading and writing go together. So do speaking and listening. And very seldom do we have formal classes. This class really should have happened for all of us when we were back in the early preschool years, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, the primary years. We should have been having public speaking classes, formal ones, but we didn't. So now, all these years later, I'm having you in my class, and you may never have had a class like this before, but you developed skills, and those skills are what we're going to want to work on and just give you a safe place to practice. And if you keep practicing, you're going to get better. It's just happens, right? Keep doing the same thing over and over again with a cognitive sense of what a purpose, and you will get better. Anyway, go on this tomorrow. If for some reason that voice thread has other students there, just look for the word create, and then make sure you save it and share it with the group, and you'll be fine. I'll have that corrected. If I don't have that corrected today, I'll have it corrected tomorrow, because I'm always calling the site lab. And if you go into Bristol Online on the home page for e-learning, you will see the phone numbers to call. And call them right away. Call Site Lab or call the help desk for any and all technical problems. I'm Joyce Fernandez. I'm going to say your names again because I had to get them in my head too. Gwen, Mike, Nathan, Samantha, Janet, Kayla, Ebony, Maxwell, Julia, Aaron, Jordan, Tori, Erin, Brenna, Alexandra, Abby, Mary, Sierra, Nicholas, Kendra, Matt. Beautiful, beautiful names. I do get them. After the first speech or two, I can definitely see this is this class, and then I get to see you. And I watch your videos sometimes 2-3 times before I post any comments because I really want to inhale them. You're important to me, and I'm glad you're here. Hope you're having a nice weekend, and I hope you're voting tomorrow. Bye.